March, Monday. Most always saying that friends will come and go, but family is forever. Well, if that's true, I could be in for a rough ride.
The Crow and the Pitcher. A crow, half dead with thirst, came upon a pitcher which had once been full of water. But when the crow put its beak into the mouth of the pitcher, he found that only very little water was left in it.
Video game play may provide learning health social benefit review finds. Wow, impressive. So, playing video game, including violent shooter game. Violent is mean the cruel game lah. The cruel violent shooter game is mean cruel game. May boost children's learning health and social skill. Wow, are you sure? According to a review of research in American psychologists. Okay. The study come out as a debate continues among psychologists and other health professionals regarding the effect of violent media. Wow.
Assalamualaikum and hi. Today I'm gonna read a book about and something weird happened. Chapter 1. A very boring holiday. It was our first week back at school after the holidays, and our new teacher wanted us to write about what we had done over the holidays. You must have done some exciting things, she said. What did you do, Rosie? We went to the beach, said Rosie. We stayed in a caravan and surfed every day. Lovely, said our new teacher.
Once upon a time, there lived 6 red wizards. They lived in a castle together and dressed in red cloaks and red pointed hats. Their eyes, however, were as green as the eyes of cats, and it was said that all 6 wizards could see in dark. Their castle stood right in the middle of the town of Mumble, where many merry little folk lived.
The Treetop family, the first ever to invent a time machine, have traveled back to the land of the dinosaur. In this adventure, the time machine has gone back 75 million years to the late Cretaceous period, to what is now known as Red Deer River, Alberta, in Canada.
Hi, look! What are you up to? I will just play a new video game with my brother. It's called Rollerblade Industry and it's an adventure game. Have you played it? It's a game for 2 players and you have to skirt around a city to collect special coins.
In today's video, I'm gonna read a manga titled Darling in the Franxx. Shout out to Adizafran for liking this anime. So I'm gonna show you the ending of Darling in the Franxx in manga. It's a good ending, it's not a sad ending as the anime. Alright, let's go. It's a bomb.
I'm going to read an article of the Outback Survival Guide. If you are planning a trip to the Australian outback, follow this advice to stay safe. Do take enough water with you. You can survive for many days without food, but not without water.
That little family have spent their time marching into the boat and traveled back in time to the 19th century.
The structure of the Japanese haiku. The haiku is made up of 3 short lines of 5, 7 and 5 syllables respectively. It has a total of 17 syllables.
Flag of Malaysia. The flag of Malaysia, also known as Malay Jalur Gemilang Stripe of Glory, is composed of field of 14 alternating red and white stripes along the flag and a blue canton bearing a crescent and a 14-point star known as the Bintang Persekutuan Federal Star.
When you are embarrassed and want to add firecracker, fire engine, fire flicker, red. And when you are angry, red runs through your head.
Today I want to read about an informal letter. 3 Bennett Road, Bolton, BL7 4PJ, Friday 15 April. Dear Grandma and Granddad, thank you very much for my birthday present. I love my new trainers. I'm wearing them right now. They fit me perfectly.
There are discoveries to be made in everyday life. Discovery is what makes our heart beat like crazy. Because we can dream about the new world we will create. So we are about to take our first step toward to a new world. This one step will change everything.
There are 4 types of bullying which are carried out with different tactics. Physical bullying includes pushing, beating up, stealing, or damaging other people's belongings. Verbal bullying includes teasing, calling names, saying hurtful things, or threatening people.
A storybook. The name of Tia Stilton and the Grape Tulip Heist. Well, basically, this is the book that I always read when I was a kid to improve my English. I'm gonna read to you. Oh, it also have a profile character, their character profile. So, let's start. Chapter 1, A Gift of Flowers. The moment I opened the door to Flora Blum's shop, a wave of delicious scents washed over me. The room was a whirl of a color: hot pink orchids, glowing yellow sunflowers, scarlet roses, milky white lilies, and warm orange tulips.
Hi Alice, how are things? It's great to hear from you. I really miss you. There's an interesting project your teacher has given you. Why don't you write about a special day we had at school a month ago? Everyone made or gave things to sell. They were cupcakes, bread, pizza, books, pictures, and clothes.
Here we are going to prepare our reader with some very fabulous short story on friendship, which will be really helpful in making people understand the essence of friendship. This friendship story will also be helpful being a better friend. Read through the story of friendship and decide the real meaning of being a friendship. So, moral of the story: your friend always see the blind side of you. No matter what your friend will always come to rescue you with you be.
Chapter 1, The Creature in the Shop. My name is Dr. Faraday Travens. I am a doctor at the London Hospital. One day in 1884, I saw a picture in the window of a shop near the hospital. I stopped in front of the shop and looked at the picture.
My dear Queen, thank you very, very much for your wonderful card and the beautiful picture. It is the best thing in my room, the very best, the most beautiful thing I have. This is the first Christmas in my life and my first Christmas present. Perhaps I had a Christmas with my mother once.
The king looked fair and had sharp teeth. The people were afraid of the king. All the king's wish had to be fulfilled. If someone did not fulfill the king's wish, they will be heavily punished. No one dared to go against the king's wish. Quick, cook my food, ordered the hungry.
Brilliant birds. Cunning crows. Crows are very clever. They think like humans. They are the only birds that can invent new tools. They make hooks from sticks and leaves. They use their tools to scoop insects.
3 years ago, the world was very different. Poor people lived in cold, dark homes and never saw a doctor when they were ill. And if you were poor and very, very ugly. This is the story of a poor, ugly man. Nobody loved him, and everyone laughed at him.
The cigarette out of his mouth and smiled with me, yellow tea. All right, sir, he said. Give me a 12 spike, then give me a money and he opened the door the back of the shop. He went into the little room. The room was cool and dark.
Part 1. A melted mess. We are finally here. Rachel Walker cried as her dad pulled the car to stop in the driveway. Rachel's best friend, Christy's dad, ran across the lawn to say hello. I'm so glad you are staying with us for the World Easter weekend, Christy said as Rachel got out of the car. I know, said Rachel. We get to spend 2 whole days.
A Poison Tree by William Lake. Before that, okay. I was angry with my friend. I thought my wrath did end. I was angry with my foe. I thought it not, my wrath did grow. And I watered in the fields, night and morning with my tears, and I sunned it with smiles, and with soft, deceitful wiles.
The Secret Brother. Jack lived in the greenhouse when I was 6, with glass and with tomato plants, not with slate and bricks. I didn't have a brother. Jack became mine. Nobody could see him. He never gave a sign. Just beyond the rockery, but
most importantly, it is a film which teaches to never give up. It shows how important it is to put differences aside and work together to achieve a common goal. I found this film very entertaining. I think it should be seen not only by me and not only by all sport lovers, but also by anyone looking for inspiration story. Thank you for listening my reading today, and thank you for giving your free time for me.
It was cold, dark, and quiet for now. Terry and his brother Bill were sitting in the cabin shaking with fear. It had been Terry's idea to spend the New Year in the mountains. However, it was turning out to be a very bad one. Surely it won't be long before the 400-kilo beast will break into the cabin.
I'm so stressed out that I decided to wait and check my help boxes tomorrow, even though I already know they are probably going to be empty. Oh, I almost forgot. I got even more bad news when I got home from school. It looks to me like my dad has decided to work full-time for Hollister Holdings. I can't believe he just dumped Max the Roach at some used car lot. That's just cold. At least that could have let us all say our goodbyes to him so we could have closure.